This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Jesus, that's loud. Sorry.
Whoa, I put my headphones on a second too soon.
Barage Morning Show, welcome back. 7:05. Lots going on in our little world. Good and bad.
Uh-oh.
Just looking through some of the list of some of the best movies so far in 2025. Haven't seen Sinners, haven't seen Warfare. I don't know what Presence is.
That's what happens on Christmas.
Thank you. Good job. Haven't seen One of Them Days. Haven't seen Caught by the Tides. Haven't seen Black Bag. I've tried. Haven't seen I'm Still Here. Haven't seen The Shroud. Man, I haven't seen any of the good movies.
I haven't heard of about 70% of those.
I have Black Bag rented from one of my last trips out there last month, and I gotta watch that soon because I'm guessing it's getting close to the 30 days.
Let's go around the room. Chris, have you seen Black Bag?
Only once.
Parrish, have you?
Nope.
Sauce?
I have not.
Zach, you seen Black Bag?
2 thumbs up. Brilliant.
God, you're good at this.
Shall we do the news?
Sure.
Here's the news.
Felt like that was the news.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Thank you to the St. Paul Saints. They opened up their series against the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders with an 8-5 loss at CHS Field. That's cool. It's cool because they get to do it again. 28-27 Saints send David Festa to the mound against the Rail Raiders again tonight. CHS Field down in lovely St. Paul. SaintsBaseball.com. Thank you, St. Paul Saints.
Let's go.
And we are 2 weeks away, right? 2 weeks from today, from Zachary's Bat Boy Day at CHS.
Oh, my Lord.
2 weeks from today.
It's already here.
Best of luck, Zachary. Best of luck.
It'll be great. Do you have a
Looking
makeup person?
forward to the look.
Yeah, have you secured a makeup artist?
Not yet.
Yeah, we need to get that
Yeah,
taken care of.
Cutting it close.
Yeah.
Cutting it close.
Yeah.
Are you thinking about doing it yourself?
No, God, no.
No, it's got to be the real
yeah,
deal.
it's gotta be the real
Professionally
deal.
done.
I think there's going to be like eyelash stuff that,
Oh, yeah.
what do they call that? The
Mascara.
There you
Corey
go.
has some.
So there are parts you're looking forward to.
Yeah. Corey, put your hands down.
I got beautiful eyelashes.
You really do. You
Yeah,
don't
you
need them.
do.
You really do.
You do.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I always find that interesting too when the ladies put those giant eyelashes on because I'm like, nobody notices those.
Yep.
Other ladies do, I guess. Maybe they're just doing it for themselves. Hawk, shut up. Okay, be cool.
That's how I feel about nails, though, too. I tell my wife that all the time. I'm like, you could change your nail color every day, and I would never notice. Not once.
Yep. Unless it's
What
your
a waste of
toenails, am I
time.
right?
Ta-da!
Do they have flavored nail polish?
Jeez.
Dude, you just came up with a $1 zillion idea right there.
Good Lord.
I should not have given that away.
You shouldn't have. You should have kept that, and you should have presented that to the guy who owns the Cowboys.
Why him?
Think you mean Mark Cuban of the Mavericks
Yeah.
from
Yeah,
Shark Tank?
that's
not
right.
I
Jerry
was wondering
Jones.
what Jerry Jones had to do with it.
That's
But
what
Jerry Jones invests probably as well.
Yeah.
He would probably think it's a good idea.
He probably does. He likes glory holes.
Wow.
Wow, yep, okay.
Former Vikings defensive lineman Jim Marshall is dead at the age of 87. The Purple announced the news on social media yesterday. Marshall spent 19 of his 20 professional years with Minnesota from 61 to 79. He played 270 consecutive games for the team, served as a captain for 14 straight seasons. Marshall is a member of the franchise's Ring of Honor, and his number 70 is retired. He was also known for the wrong way run, of course, but just the Iron Man, one of the great Vikings of all time. And from what I hear, a great gentleman as well. So rest in peace. One of the greats, Jim Marshall.
R.I.P.
I read all that and did not read his name in the Hall of Fame. He's not in the Hall of Fame.
He is not, no.
That's a GD shame.
He should be.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Smoke from the Canadian wildfires is still impacting the air in some states, including Minnesota. According to the Air Quality Index, parts of Minnesota are the most at risk for unhealthy air. So good.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look good out there.
Yeah, we're at a 145 right now out of 500. So
Is that good?
I have no
It's
idea
not-
what that
We can do
means.
better, guys. Come on.
Let's focus.
it's unhealthy for sensitive groups.
Oh, well, that's me. I'm sensitive.
Well, hang on. If the scale goes up to
very
500 and we're at 145 and that's not good, can we change the scale?
I think
Yeah, that's a
500
good
might be
point.
Chernobyl, though.
Yeah, 500 might be the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chernobyl's like, breathing the air in here after
Yeah.
I have eggs.
And spaghetti.
Oh, been there on Friday.
Oh, Canada. That's where it's 500.
Oh, Canada. Yeah, can you imagine it's this bad down here? What's it
Right.
like up there in Manitoba?
I can't see the sun.
Luckily, nobody lives in this area.
I bet animals do.
Yeah, what he
At
said.
Finger Lake,
Whoa.
Oh, man.
for
Yeah,
sure.
been
There's
there.
people that live on
Yep.
Finger Lake.
Yeah.
which is right next to Sandy Lake.
Yeah, which is right next to that. Hurts a little bit. Keep going, Lake.
Oh, my God. JC.
I didn't name the damn lake.
You need a meeting.
I'm Need a Meeting.
Yeah, I need
Hi,
a meeting.
everybody. Chris Hockey with traffic. And now here's Need a Meeting.
You would.
I do need a meeting.
Yeah.
There's a new Cars attraction coming to Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom in Florida. Piston Peak National Park is inspired by the Pixar franchise. Going to feature a visitor lodge, a ranger headquarters, trails, and more. Attractions like the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island will close starting on July 7th to make land available for the new ride.
Yeah.
Piston Peak.
Finally rode, rode is a really weird word to say, but it's a riverboat. There's a riverboat ride there. We ride a riverboat around, and they're closing that as well. And excited to see. I guess it's the biggest expansion at Magic Kingdom ever. So
Ever. No kidding. Wow. Iranian scientists think kissing could spread depression and anxiety.
What?
what?
They're
Yeah, remember
kissing,
we talked
they are
about this
kissing
last
the
week.
wrong
Oh, you did?
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this last week. Remember we were talking about like
It was a headline. I think.
Yeah, it was the headline, so maybe you have the details. But it basically was like, we're all anxious. Are we sure it's through the mouth bacteria?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Didn't
yeah,
make
yeah.
sense. But hey, Iranian scientists say it.
Yeah. Iranians are encouraging more people to do ORAL instead.
At that lake.
The researchers looked at hundreds of newlywed couples. They found that when one spouse had trouble sleeping and poor mental health, the other partner suffered similar symptoms. That could be because they got to deal with the other person. You know what I mean? Let's be honest.
What's the kissing
If you're
have
around
to do
somebody
with
who's
that?
sad all the time, sometimes it makes you sad.
Or maybe
Yeah.
you shouldn't
Or
find out if newlyweds are depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Maybe
good
there's
point.
a lot of regret going, what have I signed up for?
There's a million reasons for anxiety and all that. I don't know if the kissing has much to do with it.
Yeah. Maybe if it didn't stop at just the kissing.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah,
Rose.
Roser,
Yeah, Rose gets it.
you gosh darn right. Michelin star chef Jacob Bickelhop under arrest in Florida after allegedly assaulting a victim so severely they required emergency surgery. Police say the incident occurred in West Palm Beach at a home. Evidence contradicting the victim's initial claim of a car accident. Felony charges for the Michelin star chef, and ordered to be held on a 90-day bail. So apparently, the person who he beat up said initially it was a car crash, but it wasn't this star chef.
I think I can name about 10.
Yeah,
Right? Gavin Kaysen,
Yeah.
Chef
Yep.
Boyardee.
Chef Boyardee, the Swedish chef,
Yeah,
Chef
right.
Reactions,
Yep.
Mario Batali,
Marijuana Matt,
He got canceled.
Boy.
Gordon
Matt
Ramsay.
Everson's
Russell
gone down.
Brand,
Yeah, he cooks a little bit. Happy birthday, Russell Brand.
Yeah.
Bar Raffaele,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to supermodel Bar Raffaele. Yep. Happy birthday.
Bruce Stern,
Happy birthday, Bruce Stern.
and Dr. Ruth Westheimer.
Happy birthday.
She's dead, right?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she's dead in hell. But it would have been her
Recently,
Died
birthday.
last year. She would have been 97.
Yep. And I think she's about 97 centimeters tall.
Yeah, and all of it in her tongue.
My God.
Lord.
You need a deep breath.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. The air's
But
too
you
bad.
need a couple meetings. You don't need one. Back to back.
Thank you.
Paul, when you were single,
Yes.
and Ruth was alive, would you have?
Was that the sex doctor lady?
Sure.
Probably not. She would have been very disappointed.
Dude, you got to learn some things, though. Why not give it a try?
Hawkwood for sure.
You got to know. She's spinning like a top. Am I right?
It's too bad it's not raining right now.
Yeah. He needs to go outside.
Am I right, though? Come on.
I don't know if you're right.
It's like me and El DeBarge tag teaming.
Happy birthday, El DeBarge. Happy birthday.
Come on, Dr. Ruth. You know what? Outside if you're good,
My God.
My God.
if you're good, Horatio Sands is coming in next.
Happy birthday, Horatio.
And that's your news.
Hey, man, Jim Marshall died yesterday. I wonder if the Power Trip's talking about him. Let's tune in quick.
I mentioned him.
And then they tune in. It's, I bet Dr. Ruth spins like a top. Happy birthday, El DeBarge. Happy birthday, Horatio Sands.
He and Horatio Sands slammed her.
El DeBarge? Who's that?
I don't know who that is.
What animals are in Canada?
Is that the person that sings?
Elvis and that's the weenie.
Jesus.
No, is that the person that sings? La da da dee dum da da da. Is that person?
No.
I went right.
Oh, I went the other way.
I'm not a racist.
Okay.
And
I don't
that's
know
the
things.
news.
Hey, is that Be My Lover? Is that what
Yeah,
you're trying to say?
yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
that like LaBouche or something like
Well, it's
that?
close to LaBarge.
El DeBarge? Is that even-
LaBarge?
LaBarge?
I wasn't listening.
Avi.
I don't even know if we're right. I just know that you're wrong.
No, we're definitely right. I just cannot think of the song right.
Sauce will do sports after this. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
I don't believe you, Hawk.
I don't believe a word you just said. A plane from Indianapolis was set to land in Oklahoma City, and it had to be diverted to Tulsa because of severe weather. It just happened to have the Indiana Pacers on it.
Ooh, how long of a drive is that?
Oh. Spokesperson for the Pacers team stated the Indiana Pacers team plane has landed in Tulsa. The Pacers plane circled the OKC area before landing in Tulsa to refuel. They're going to continue to OKC after the storm passes.
I fell asleep at a meeting once and woke up
And Muss was still talking. Getting Mussman!
He's not listening.
I don't think he was yesterday. I fell asleep at a meeting once and woke up and didn't realize I had agreed to move to Tulsa to keep working. And I'm like, what did I just agree to? And they're like, yeah, you're going to Tulsa. I'm like, oh boy. Don't fall asleep at meetings, kids.
No.
That is the rule.
I don't
fall
know that
asleep
reference.
at meetings.
I really don't. Does anybody know that? I really don't know that
I would
reference.
guess it's The Office.
Why can't that be a part of my own life? What are you talking about? Why does it have to be a reference to
Well,
pop
because
culture?
you're still here, Sweet Pea. I've known you most of your life. As far as I know, you've never lived in Tulsa. And you ain't never worked a day in your life either, so what do you think of that?
No, it's a Friends reference.
Man, why is it that every time I see a story about a lady getting it on with her students, she's hot?
Wow.
You know what I mean? Am I right? Don't you?
Yeah,
I mean,
she's an actress.
Like, don't you say to yourself,
need
ma'am?
a cold shower now.
First of all, I don't like cold showers. Makes my thing shrink. Second of all, I'm telling truth, and you know I'm telling truth.
Yeah,
Look at
he's
this lady.
telling truth.
Look at this lady. Did anybody have a teacher like that?
Not the one that have sex with me.
Well, thank you. I'm serious.
No.
You'd think she'd look like sauce.
Okay. Wow. I'm not that ugly.
No, but
you're
you'd
not,
be
but you'd be
a
an ugly lady.
hideous woman.
You'd be a terrible lady.
You know,
you aren't wearing any makeup and you're hairy.
Mental health, pedophilia, all that knows no bounds.
What?
Jesus.
What the? Who said anything about pedophilia?
Students having sex with an adult.
That's got nothing to do with it. Pedophilia?
Yeah.
Minors.
Yeah, minors.
She's a college teacher.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure?
We just assumed you meant high school.
Yes.
or
No,
higher.
I thought you meant high school.
No,
this is
no.
a college professor?
Yes.
Oh, I don't really care
in that
then.
case, then yeah.
I'm saying.
I got to be honest with you about that. That whatever.
I mean, forget the
Who cares?
ethics, right? Of like, should you be sleeping with your students? Who cares? They're all consenting adults.
Yeah.
You're damn
correct.
right.
Grades don't matter.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I encourage it.
Yep.
Yeah. You've seen that
If you
film.
are a college professor currently listening, feel free to hook up with your students today.
Yeah.
As
That's
long
why-
as they're all 18.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I was saying it should be sauce.
Got it.
Because, he'd be a great college professor.
You really would be.
What? No.
What would you teach?
Me?
Yes, you.
Let's see here.
I love your little placeholder.
Thank you.
Me?
Such a good improviser
It
and
is.
staller.
Well, it does give him a second to stall. I do like
class would I teach? Me?
You mean me?
If I was a professor?
Let me ask you a question. What school?
The University of Minnesota.
Oh, now see, I like that he's looking for more information. Don't you appreciate that?
Delay.
Like a legitimate D1 university, Big Ten University, the University of Minnesota. Hey, Charge was a professor.
Yeah.
For sure. Would it matter if we had said North Hennepin?
Me?
Still you.
No, I
It's a
think
long
I
stall.
don't know what I would teach. I'll be honest with you. I don't have any skills.
Could you have taught at Brown University?
Probably, yeah, but I think that's gone.
Yeah, that's why I said could
Yep, you were the last graduating class, and they're like, he graduated, shut this thing down. It was exactly like when you won Sports Broadcaster of the Year for City Pages, and City Pages went bankrupt about 6 weeks later.
Yeah, that was sad.
That is a true story.
They shut it down.
100%.
Yep.
Yep, Sports Talk Host of the Year. Who did we give it to? Meat Sauce.
Yeah,
well, journalism's dead. Shut it down.
Yep.
Shut it down.
Goodbye.
Hey, yeah, go ahead and print that picture of me. Says, hold on, the boss is on the phone. What? Okay, bye. Never mind. It's all over. He said not only to shut the paper down, they're burning the building to the ground.
Wow.
I remember the editor of the
They
City
said
Pages
that?
saw the size of your head and then looked at the cover of the magazine and then slowly walked backwards
Yep.
and leaned to his right and go, we're going to need a bigger cover.
Yeah.
Okay, come
Yeah, City Pages had my favorite headline that had involving me ever, and it was "Local Hockey Man Plays on Stage with Nickelback."
on.
Local hockey man.
That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah,
See, but-
I thought it was awesome.
But local
And-
hockey man
and-
playing with Nickelback didn't make them shut down their operation.
I wonder if they went with local hockey man because they didn't have enough space for a local hockey player.
Or how many teams you played for.
Or I don't know, just the work ethic to look it up that quick.
Or how
I don't
about
think it would
just-
have been that hard.
Or how about you're a big enough name where it just says Mark Parrish plays with Nickelback?
Yeah. Well said, Cord.
The one Soda Stick Landon at Soda Stick did make a local hockey man T-shirt
Yeah.
after that. So
that's pretty good.
I
bought
like
a
that.
few-
That's good. Local hockey
I
man's good.
have a few of those because
That's
I
good.
loved it. Me and Glenn Perkins, I think, bought them out.
Sauce, just out of curiosity, go teach a class at the U and let's see if the U survives.
Can I make some suggestions?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Teaching, making pie.
I could do that.
Teaching. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't. See, you laugh. I don't think I'm good at a lot of things.
You said that yesterday, and then you said the F word
I did.
aggressively.
Yeah, you
did.
You do lean into that. One of Sauce's tricks when we get into these big meetings, it goes, these two are really good at what they do. I'm terrible. I don't have any skills. I'm
it's
not
true.
good. And it's like, these are ladies that are meeting you for the first time. They're trying to get to know you. So they probably walked away and they're like, God, that third guy on the show really likes the other two, but he didn't seem like he offers much.
Yeah.
His own words were, he's worthless. He's not good at things.
It's just these two. I just pass the ball to these two, and they pass it back, and then they pass it to each other, and then we pass the ball around. What do you guys want from me? F.
That's so close to what actually happened.
It is. Yeah. But
All of that is true, though.
No, it's not.
Name one thing I provide.
Warmth.
A whipping boy.
Yeah. Who would I make fun of?
You provide your dad to me.
Humor.
Charge.
Wait, he charges you?
You do. That's what I just said.
Oh, well, I haven't seen any money.
Man, well, you're not going to see money, but you're going to have eternity in heaven. So you got that going for you.
Which is nice.
No, there's a lot of dads in hell.
Yeah, hell is full of dads. God, great bit. That's such a good bit. Hell is full of dads.
What are we doing? Oh, sports.
Yeah.
I forgot what segment it was.
Sports, man.
Yeah, so you could teach how to do a sports report.
It's time for Fan 5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around, your TimberTech deck building contractor.
So look, earlier I said yesterday at that meeting, you seem to be the only one that was on edge because you felt like you were getting tested, right? You were getting criticized because of your lawnmower rabbit story a year previous, right? Stay loose. Pretend we're not judging every word you say. Pretend we're not going to criticize every sentence start to finish or fact check every single stat that you say. Just stay loose and see what happens, baby.
The Minnesota Twins
Great start.
Crushed the A's 10-3. Pablo Lopez went 5, scattered 4 hits, struck out 4, walked 3. Your Twins are 33-27. Bad news, Pablo Lopez is expected to go on the 15-day DL with a lat strain. He will have an MRI today. They do not know the severity of said strain. Parrish, what's a lat strain?
Why did you bring that up? Back here.
Ooh, I think it's in his pitching arm too.
Yeah, that's got to hurt like the dickens. I've never done a lat, but like my pec on the other side. Oh.
That sounds terrible. Buxton has 7 RBI in his last 2 games. Same 2 teams tonight at 9:05. Zebby Matthews goes for the Twins. The A's counter with Jeffrey Springs.
According to the story I read too, Royce Lewis broke an 0 for 32 hitless streak.
He had a double.
Yeah, man, he sure did. It's good, dude.
0 for 32.
And, he's the kind of guy, once he gets off the snide, it's on.
Hopefully.
It is.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's on, babe.
It's on.
Thanks, babe.
What's a snide? Like, I've heard people say schneid, too. Which one is it?
I don't know.
Boy,
Rosie says it both ways.
I'm going to look it up right now.
Rosie does say it both ways.
I'm going to look it up.
What the hell is that word?
Schneid is a slang term, typically pronounced schnid.
How is it spelled?
SCHNIDE.
I have never typed that word in my entire life.
It's a long-term losing streak.
Schneid.
Schneid.
All right, that's how we all use it in sports, right? Like you're getting off the schneid. I just didn't know if there was like a different, real world usage of the word.
It also is
losing streaks.
spelled SCHNEID, just in case you're wondering. Yeah. But it is schneid. It's not snide.
Schneid.
Oh. Yeah.
Rosie says it both ways.
Yeah, he does.
I believe it may be Yiddish. I'm not sure. Snide is derogatory or mocking in a direct or indirect way. You're being snide.
Rosie.
That's snide behavior. I have heard that. Snide is a different thing.
Yeah.
Getting off the schneid and being snide are 2 different things.
Got it. See, we're learning something.
Hey, you know what?
Now let's go home.
So I'm here. I think technically we have another, hour and a half.
Oh, damn it.
That's cool. We're going to have some fun.
Tom Thibodeau was fired as head coach.
Don't scream the F word at me. I'm sorry, but it made me laugh the way you did that.
What made you laugh?
Just the way you went, Tom Thibodeau's fired!
And now here with sports, Crackhead Bob. Tom Dildo.
It's like, did you just say Dom Dildo? Isn't he
anyway, that dildo from the Knicks was fired.
It's like he has Tourette's, only it's sports news.
Brilliant.
Tom Thibodeau was fired! J.J. McCarthy threw an interception.
Keep going.
He led the Knicks to their first.
Who did?
Tom Thibodeau. Their first East Finals in 25 years. They made the playoffs in 4 out of the 5 years he was there. He also led them to consecutive 50-win seasons. It's the first time they did that since the 1990s. He is still owed $30 million.
It's like $1 an hour.
Man, it is really something. He must just be a terrible dude to hang around with.
I think
if you took your team almost to the finals. How many years has he been there?
5.
Yeah.
I guess that's plenty of time.
Because he was
but
fired
still.
from us and then took a couple years off, right? He'll get another job. He's a good coach.
I wish you'd get another job.
Oh.
And watching the ESPN here on Get Up, they've been talking about it all morning, and the headlines seem to be that the New York radio is ripping the living crap out of the Knicks for it.
Yeah. I mean, Stephen A. Smith was pissed about it.
I mean, he's pissed about everything.
Yeah.
He wakes up in the morning and he opens news stories and he's like, what am I going to be pissed about?
I don't believe almost any of it, though. I think he's actually mad about 10% of the time.
Yeah, me too.
It's all performative, which is why I hate those kind of shows.
Jim Marshall died. I'm pissed to death.
Wow. I'm sorry.
Kirk Cousins ain't been signed yet. Damn football helmets.
The next fire, Tom Thibodeau.
You scared.
I'm awake. I need to go wipe, but I'm awake.
God, it'd be great if you would.
Hey, that should be, you know how once in a while, like, the whole show will just stop and we'll be like, God, it got awkward in here. In the future, whenever we need an icebreaker, somebody should just randomly yell, the Knicks fired Tom Thibodeau. Any kind of momentum stopper, just broken up by that. Sauce, keep that in your back pocket.
Yep.
You know?
Me? I like
one of those must pocket beers.
My God. What the hell story was that?
What was that?
My God.
Must. I think he had pocket beers.
Don't get me wrong.
So many inside jokes.
Don't get me wrong. I know exactly what he's talking about, but I haven't heard it.
Yeah, again, we always say life is show prep, and then like we have group meetings or outings so infrequently. When like yesterday we spent an hour and a half together at this meeting, and now all we have is 1,000 inside jokes and rips, and we're mad and we're frustrated and we're pissed about different things. Oh man,
and
what a ride that was!
I said
yesterday.
this to you both yesterday. There's one employee here who just hates me, and I don't know why. I can just feel it. I say hi. I try to be friendly and nice, and that person just hates me.
Interesting.
No, I told you yesterday.
You did?
My God. You don't remember us having that whole conversation?
No.
Lordy, you were...
Who's turning 40-40?
Do you see
No, I'm serious.
concussions I have? Sounds like my memory.
You don't remember that conversation?
I do.
Hey, so let me ask you something, Christopher. Let me ask you something, Christopher. You're a guy that
likes the ladies.
Is sensitive. You're a sensitive dude.
The whole town knows, Hawk.
So Jimmy Fallon's in the news because Jimmy says he just hates when he knows that people don't like him.
I can't take it. Yeah.
So that was kind of what I was going to ask you. Let's say how many? All jokes aside, how many people do we have working here in the whole building for iHeart? Is it like 80? Less than 80? 60?
Yeah, 60. I'd
Let's say it's 60.
Sure.
If you knew 4 people hated you, would you want to know the 4, or would you want them to just keep it quiet?
I would want to know.
Really?
Yeah, I would want to know. Yeah.
So you could fix it or avoid them, or what?
I'd like to know why they don't like me. What I do to you?
Sauce, what about you? Let's say 4 out of the 60 legitimately despise you. Do you want to know, or do you want to just live in ignorant bliss?
I mean, I used to care. I don't really care anymore.
And if I can be honest, it'd be easier just to tell them who likes them.
I mean, Barage.
Yeah, I love you, Sauce.
Yeah, Sauce.
Like me?
Do you want me to tell you the 3 people that tolerate you here? Because we can share the names. Barb once in a while.
No, Barb hates his guts.
Why? Barb likes me.
Sometimes.
No.
Barb was sweet enough yesterday when they asked who would win on Friday, and Barb's like, I think it's a toss-up, and Tenna goes, you guys are being too nice. Max and I are going to get killed.
I don't think you're going to get killed.
No, you're way better than we are.
If you play in pro sports, you've got to get over that real quick. You're going to be hated by your own fans, by other fans, whatever it is. So yeah, if it was how many of them? 60.
Let's say 60.
If it was 57 of them, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't really.
Sauce. The only way you're going to get killed on Friday is if I can come up with $1,500 quickly.
Why do you want me dead? Why do you hate me?
See, isn't it better just to live in ignorant bliss?
Ignorance is bliss.
You can find a pretty
Corey.
cheap hitman on the dark web. Pretty cheap.
I mean, I really don't care if you hate me. I used to care. I don't care.
Really?
I don't.
Boy,
I honestly
do.
don't.
I'm trying not to.
I used
but
to
I can't
care.
help it.
But
Zach and I are the same way. Zach hates it when people don't like him. Don't you, Zacho?
Geez.
I'm just trying to bring you in the conversation there, but it sounds like you're robbing a grave.
Yes, Ed Gein. I always care.
Head Gein.
Yeah, well, that's what a lot of people call him is Ed Gein.
This is my brother Head.
This is my brother Geen.
Oh, speaking of Head Geen.
Oh, God.
There's a documentary on Netflix, another one that I watched. We're into that now. Ab and I are watching scary things. About these, a man and a woman in England in the 1990s.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one?
I watched that.
It's like Ed and Ruth or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the gist of it, though?
So, I only watched the first 2 episodes. There's 3 episodes.
I seen her all.
Did you see them all? Yeah, don't give
No
away
spoilers.
It's a lot of murder.
Let's just say
A
that
lot of murder, and they did not care. Yeah, I don't want to say.
once they started finding bodies, they kept finding them.
Yeah.
And they were all in his yard and in his house.
Yeah, and the dude's like, the interviews and everything are just like holy psychopaths.
They were both killing people, or just the guy?
That's the thing that's kind of a spoiler, so I don't want to ruin it for you. But I will say this.
I'm not going to say anything.
The most interesting thing for me so far is watching him show him where he put the bodies and how he's just smoking a cigarette and kind of smiling.
Over here.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I put her right here.
Like right
it's
here.
crazy.
And
man.
like this, when he's in when they like the areas that they paint out.
Yeah.
That isn't
Not
5
very
feet
big.
tall. It's
No.
not 6 feet tall.
Not
It's
very
like
big.
a baby could fit in there.
Hey, Sauce, your hands up.
Ruth Woodhawk.
Duh.
Well, she's mean.
She's dangerous.
Yeah, I got to watch the 3rd episode, so I'll let you know after I watch the 3rd episode. Because as of right now, I'm waffling a bit.
Man, now I want waffles.
Yeah. Don't we have a bunch?
Belgian waffles. Let's go.
The mix is probably
the
not
best.
good anymore.
Pile of whipped cream, strawberries.
All
Cinnamon.
of it. All of it.
Let's
Vikings
go.
news is next. This is the Power 2 Morning Show on the Fan.
It's not great. Welcome back, Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are.
Good morning, Carly.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Carly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi. Yeah.
Carly, Mark.
There's
Carly.
Mark. Look at him.
Hey, Mark. I got a hug in the hallway. It was great.
Yeah.
Told him my sweatshirt was on inside out.
Yes.
You got a smoke and a pancake.
Oh, hi, Mark.
A smoke and a pancake.
That's Austin Powers, right?
Yeah, it's a gold member.
Gold member. That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's
Which is the worst of the 3, but it's okay. It's
still
got a
think
couple
it's
of
good.
moments.
It's still good.
Yeah.
All of
It's-
them were great.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean,
Agreed.
they were all entertaining. I don't know if they were all great.
Hey, Coral.
Yes, sir.
Remember yesterday when right before Sauce yelled out the F word real loud?
I do remember that, yes.
Do you remember my whole first bit was how people are talking about radio is on its way out, but it's actually not. It's big and better than ever, and it's that was my whole first bit. Mm-hmm. The headline for this article that I'm reading on Google.com right now: agencies continue to underestimate AM/FM radio's audience share. Isn't that weird?
Hey.
Whole article about it. Posted 4 hours ago. Written by Mike Mussman. I'm just kidding.
I think there's a lot of people that just want to turn on the radio and not have to worry about programming or whatever, anything like that, too.
The secret is radio's bigger than ever because of podcasting and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's huge, right?
Yeah, the idea of, quote, turning on the radio is dead. But,
Yeah.
but the idea of...
I got you.
Like AM/FM.
the actual, like, again, kids today literally don't understand what, quote, radio is. But if you tell them you do like a show and understand that it's streamed and it's podcast, then you have their attention.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So the content is not going away, but the classic version of I'm going to hop in my car and hit scan and find a show that I like, that's dead.
Well, especially for music, but
Especially
for
for
talk
music.
radio, local talk radio will never go away.
No.
You really can't do a live podcast unless you're doing it on terrestrial radio. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you are right.
It makes perfect sense.
Or YouTube, I guess, or if you stream it or something like that. But you get my point. Anyway, I just thought it was
I
interesting.
always have FM on.
But daily live content that is locally based is not going
Never
anywhere.
going to go away.
Yeah.
That's right.
It just keeps changing form.
That's right. That's right.
So
that's right.
Now you can find the Power 2 Morning Show, 6,000 different ways.
That's right. By the way, good
Some
morning,
of them good.
Spencer. How are you? Spencer Tullochson is saying hi, everybody. Hi, Spencer.
Hi,
How are you?
Spencer.
Good to talk to you, buddy.
Hey, man.
Yeah. And then Ben Lieber sent us a statue of a horse with a huge erection.
Yeah.
Why does he do that stuff?
Like Ben.
He's learning something in Washington, D.C.
That's always inappropriate.
It's his morning thing.
He and Marnie are the two filthiest people I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean because they don't bathe.
They both, well, that's why she has a compost toilet.
Yeah.
They both have the Twin Cities fooled.
They do.
Right? They both seem like classy, hardworking individuals. They're both lazy slobs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
Rosie.
Rosie, relax, buddy.
Yeah.
You're heavy.
Mark.
Wow.
And just the most crass of all of us.
That's exactly
Behind the scenes.
And
Yeah.
cutthroat.
Far. Never smile.
Yep.
That's true.
Horrible.
Not like either one
Just
of them.
horrible people.
That's right.
All in all.
We should do some Vikings news, probably.
Sure.
Do you guys have any Vikings news? Because they're still practicing.
It's time for Vikings news on the Power Trip, presented by
Your transfer pro store. You know what I'm saying.
The big news is
big
sad
news.
news. The big news is that Jim Marshall died yesterday at the age of 87. Was named the 50 greatest Vikings team. He, of course, was a Purple People Eater. Went to all 4 Super Bowls that the Vikings participated in. Held the NFL record for most consecutive starts with 270, and then Brett Favre passed him, but he still has the record for defensive players, 270 straight starts. Only made 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
A little surprised, but maybe it was different back then. I have no idea, but not in the Hall of Fame.
How do you play that many consecutive games and not make it into the NFL Hall of Fame?
Yeah, that's
I
a great
don't
question.
understand.
I don't know either.
I wonder why, what kept him out? Was it just the fact that there were too many players from that team who did go in the Hall of Fame, do you think?
I don't know.
Man, I just don't know.
And, of course, we mentioned this earlier, but on October 25th of 1964, he recovered a fumble and then ran 66 yards the wrong way.
Yeah.
Ended up getting a safety against the Niners. That is still the NFL record for the most yards lost on a fumble recovery. There's people that are like, well, why would you bring that up if he just died? I think that's part of the fun of Jim Marshall. Is he, again, we mentioned an hour or two ago, it's what an awesome career. Everybody says he was an awesome guy.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody
It's
says
kind of fun that you can still have an unbelievably oh crap moment in that. And it wasn't.
We're all human.
Yeah, and think of how easy that would be for a second to just. All you really have to do is lose direction for 0.2 seconds and you see a ball.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have time to think, well, I just did a spin move on that guy. There's a pile of people. Which way am I going?
Right.
You don't do that. His instinct just said that's the direction and he went.
Yep.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen a little bit more often.
Yeah.
Maybe not super often, but how is that really the only time it's ever happened?
He's looking ahead too, and nobody's
there.
Right.
I'm going to house
and
this
so
thing.
he's thinking,
And he's
Touchdown.
faster
this
than
is the
everybody.
greatest thing ever.
Yeah, right, right. I mean,
What a cool moment.
I'd like to hear from Mr. Page and Mr. Eller, and I'm sure we will hear more from them. Maybe even I don't know if Dan had anybody on last night. I know Rosie was on.
He had Chuck Foreman.
Did he have Chuck on? Okay, got it. Yeah. I mean, everybody who talks about him, I talked about how he was just the captain, right? I think that's what they called him, right? Did they call him the captain? Is that right?
I think you are. Well, he was a captain for 14 seasons.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. One of just 11 players to participate in all 4 of Minnesota's Super Bowl appearances in the 70s. Helped lead the Vikings to a 69 NFL championship prior to the league's merger with the American Football League. Yeah. And I believe Zach is competing for the next championship. 69 championship. Am I right?
Yeah, baby.
Wow. Did you say yeah or yum?
I think he said meow.
I don't know what
I think he said meow, baby.
Cat sound effects. Okay. Meow, baby.
Again, 270 270 consecutive starts. I wonder, is that the most ever in the NFL?
Favre is.
Yeah.
How many does he have?
More than that, but Jim has the record for defense.
Okay.
After Favre passed him.
Again, that has to be something that you would
297.
think would get you in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Sauce, do you think you could go 270 Power Trip morning shows without missing a day?
God, that'd be the worst.
Probably not. No.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
man.
I'm so mean because I
You'd
love
still
you.
get the weekends off.
Yeah. Probably not. No.
Boy, I bet we went close to that for the longest time. We never took a day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those days are over.
They
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
are, man. Now we take every day.
Now
off.
we're taking
every
July
vacation
1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th off.
Are we?
No, I was just kidding. I'm just trying to make a bad joke.
Yeah, that was a joke, Chris.
We're taking
not-
That was humor.
we're taking days off from joking.
I do
Starting today.
The Vikings held their 4th practice of the OTAs on Monday. Second one, we talked about that. Actually, I should say. I think today the last one. Saucy, do you know?
I think. Hold on, let me look here. Viking.
Take your time.
Well, hold on, Cora. Relax. Not
Let's all stay
everybody's-
quiet too while he looks it up.
The next Fire Time Thibodeau.
We haven't done that enough yet.
I was ready that time.
Yeah. Still scared the hell out of me.
They're off today. They're back at it tomorrow.
That's it. Okay.
And then mandatory mini camp is June 10th through the 12th. And then they have 2 more days of organized activities. And then they are off hog
How
steady
long are you going to talk?
until training.
That's right.
camp,
Yep. That's right. That's right. So,
Which is right around.
so mandatory
the
minicamp
corner.
is next week. Cool.
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
Good. Let's go on down.
Yeah. You always go, don't you?
I don't always go, but I should go more often. I used to go all the time when they were at Winter Park because it was a hop, skip, and a jump.
And then it was on the way to, what's that place?
The Tiger Lilies Club.
Happy birthday.
Over there where
Peter Pan used to hang out.
Great work in Peter Pan.
that's right. Yeah. Over where Angelina Jolie hangs out.
Happy birthday, Angelina Jolie.
How old do you think she is today, by the way?
I saw it. I thought she was way older.
Me too.
51?
50 on the nut.
50 on the nut.
50 on the nut.
Happy birthday.
That's it's a good age for ladies. It really is.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know why that makes me need a deep breath. I think it's when they seem to be.
Yeah, but hang on. Here's why we're going to call your bluff.
What?
Stay with me for a second. You said 50 is a good year. 50 is a good year for ladies, right?
That's a good age for sure.
All right, here we go. Let's make it a little less creepy and stay out of the row zone. All right, you tell me if this is a good year for ladies, right?
Okay.
25.
Well, for sure. I mean,
26.
I think that's great.
27.
See, that's when they're really starting to
28.
And then you look and they get
29.
and the look on their face when they're 29.
What about 30?
Well, that's when the butt.
You like when they're 31?
31 is good.
32?
32 is not so bad.
33.
33 is when they're really starting to.
34?
34, you can see it.
35.
And then that's when the boobs.
36?
And then absolutely, it's when they start.
37?
And listen,
38.
And wow, that's okay, good.
39?
And that's when they're really happy.
What about when they turn 40?
40 is when you can tell.
41.
And then 41 is when you know they start
42.
like. 42 is when they like.
43.
43 is when the knees.
44.
And 44 is when their butt.
45.
And 45 is when their hands.
46.
46. No, 46 is
Do you
when
like them when they're 47?
47 is when they start.
48.
48 is when they're on the back and they like
49.
49 is when they really like standing up.
72.
They can still touch their toes.
That was a master class.
That
was
So, like I said,
That was great.
you're going to stand with 50 is a good year for ladies?
I do believe.
Okay. 50 is one of the good ones.
Every year is a good
and
one.
love the
Yeah.
ladies.
One of the good years is when they turn 50.
Amen.
And thank you for staying out of the row zone, Core.
Yeah, thanks,
I don't wanna
Corey.
Very
be-
appropriate.
I don't want to
Appreciate
be
you.
weird.
Thank you.
Start with 25, right?
Appreciate you. Appreciate
25.
25.
We watched that last night.
What,
Jaws.
It's the 50th year, right?
Fantastic.
It is such a great film. Like you can't like it when. Yeah, so it was 75, right? Like that movie was made in 1975, and there are some moments where you're like, yeah, that's real fake looking. But then you're like
what though?
Well, the like the arm he holds up, and when the what guy?
Are you sure you saw it?
Hang on, I don't have the recall you do. The guy in Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Richard Dreyfuss.
When he shows up and he like lifts up the arm, that's super fake looking.
When
right?
they are trying to figure out the bite radius.
And then like it's just the.
Why does that look super fake? That doesn't look super fake.
Well, besides that, it's such a good film.
That was the example you brought up.
No, I know, but the arm. Just go back and watch it.
I don't remember that
He
scene
holds up the arm,
specifically.
right? It's the
That was
only
when
part
they-
you see.
Yeah, it's when they're saying it's a boat accident, but
Yeah.
Richard Dreyfuss is measuring the bite radius on the arm, and they're in that like examination room, and he holds it up, and you just see one lone arm.
I gotcha.
And he says it's a shark attack, and they don't believe him.
The barrel part is brilliant when it just all of a sudden they pop up.
and
Oh, it's so good, dude.
And even because it's maybe because it's shot on film too, but like the nostalgia and the way it's shot and
Yeah.
everything too. It's just it doesn't ever get old.
We have
It's
been
a
trying to
perfect film.
expose the kids to that started
That's
like a rosy sentence.
go on.
To like
Grossy.
90s films and things like that. So we just made them watch Rookie of the Year.
A+.
Great movie.
Yep.
But
Great kids movie.
It is so funny to watch now because when he quit, like none of it makes sense. When he obviously, but when he goes to quit, the owner's like, okay, no big deal. Like lets him go on the spot.
Yeah.
And he's not paid a dime throughout the whole thing. It's just so unrealistic, but it's a blast.
But things
Of
you
course.
didn't question when you were a kid, right?
Of course
I showed that
not.
movie to Harper
Not
a couple
even-
years ago, and
yeah.
she freaking loved it, and she
Yeah.
hates sports.
Yeah.
But loved that movie.
Did you know Daniel Stern directed it?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The guy from Home Alone. Yeah.
Exactly.
How about that?
Yeah.
But a great movie. So it's been, if you have any suggestions, it's been fun.
Have you shown them Schindler's List yet?
Not yet.
Okay,
Not
how old
yet.
are they?
I mean, they're 6 and 7.
I mean, all right. I guess
Little-
they're not ready.
I mean, there were kids in
Silence
it.
of the Lambs?
Not quite yet. No.
Ladybugs.
Major League.
We did, but they weren't into ladybugs, which I was sad about.
Corey
'cause I
loves
loved-
Hendrix will be when
and
he's
also,
older.
ladybugs is so raunchy, like way more
Surprising.
inappropriate.
Is
Yes.
it really?
Unbelievable. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because
I don't remember that very well.
there's Zach was just talking about this off the other day too. There's a handful of moments that are way over the line,
Yeah.
but again, you don't realize it when you're watching it when you're 13. But there's
No.
a couple of pretty aggressive moments, considering there's like a guy in a girl's locker room essentially.
Yeah,
like when they're all going to go skinny dipping at his house.
And the dad is so creepy.
Rodney
The way he-
Dangerfield?
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield is so creepy in that. But we did make them watch, Adam Sandler did with Al Pacino. That funny commercial.
Yeah, the Dunkachino
Yeah.
bit.
Oh my gosh, they're obsessed with Dunkachino. If you haven't seen Dunkachino, you have to watch that. But my kids want to watch it
Is he
every
the guy
moment
that rides the horse
of every
into
day.
the desert?
That's the movie that Al Pacino flat out
Dunkachino.
he flat out admitted he did it because he needed the money.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, which is weird to think that Al Pacino was
Whatever,
living
yeah.
check to check, but
Like Little Boy
legitimately
Blue.
needed the money.
How much hockey do you
Dunkachino.
love the Adam Sandler film Jack and Jill?
It's one of his best films, and I believe that year the person who wrote that film won an Oscar.
Is that 0 on Rotten Tomatoes?
I think it is.
Oh,
yeah.
it's so good. Yeah.
I think Jack and Jill is close to 0 if it's not 0.
I don't even know if I ever watched
I
that.
didn't either.
I
It
didn't.
looked
That
terrible.
one. I didn't. It was one of those like I like Adam Sandler. I don't want to.
It's 3.
3%. Yeah.
He's got a sister, and she who looks just like him, by the way.
Paul, your hands up.
Jill and Jack and Jill, Woodhawk.
Well, they call her Jack and Jill for a reason. You see that one big hand, one big forearm.
Well, based on Chris's
Here comes
list
old
5
Jack
minutes
and
ago,
Jill.
it sounds like the fact that Jill has a birthday makes her eligible.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Joe.
She
I
has turned a
respect
specific
the
year this year.
ladies.
You,
Yeah.
you really do.
I do. I don't think there's a bad age.
That's nice of
Sounds
you.
like it.
18.
Yeah. Rozone. Rozone. All right, let's do Fan 5 when we come back.
thought we,
that was Vikings news, kind of.
we did-
Sports in a second, headlines later. Carly is here. Mark is here. It's the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.